we know as teachers, our job is so important. It's not a case that we're saying we don't want to be accountable. Obviously, we need to be accountable. But I think I speak on behalf of the profession when I say we want a system that's constructive, fair, supportive, and most importantly, consistent. And I don't think you'll find many, if any, teachers working in a school that think Ofsted is that in its current form. They're inspecting schools, wanting to see a Lamborghini school when we've all got the budget of a Nissan Micra. And it's that inconsistency, I think, that is really important because, inspectors bring so many of their opinions, so much of the process is subjective, and they will bring agendas. I'll just give an example. I did work in a school recently who had a pretty bad Ofsted inspection, and the inspector looked into their RE curriculum. Now, this school is sort of a lead school of a map. So they've written this curriculum, they've implemented it in their school, and this inspector tore it to shreds, said it was no good, and that contributed to the inspection not being very good. School down the road, partner school, with the same RE curriculum written by this lead school, that came out flourishing by a different inspector. So it's that sort of inconsistency. And I think, look, I don't want to tar every inspector with the same brush because I recognise there's some great inspectors out there. I mean, I personally, I don't know if I work for a regulation body that's been bound to contribute to the death of a colleague, but, just this week in my school, we've had Ofsted in.
Oh, wow.
And what I say, the inspectors that have come in have been fair, supportive, and it's actually been quite a positive experience. Now, that's what it should be like across the board.
But you're saying that is fundamentally inconsistent and arbitrary. It kind of basically depends who you get on the day, and that there's a fundamental unfairness about that.
Absolutely. So when I tweeted that we've had the call, the dreaded phrase, I've had maybe half a dozen messages from teachers saying they've had the call as well, and it's been dreadful, which is different to my experience. And the message I've been getting more than anything else is sort of good luck with it. And that's what it comes down to. It is a lottery as to whether you get the right inspector who's got experience in the same setting you're teaching in. Right. And it can happen at any time. And again, you've got to get every base covered because it's sort of this mentality of we're not going to be trusted. We're not going to be given the benefit of the doubt. So therefore, we've got to make sure everything's covered. And that creates that sort of stress. And ultimately, the consequence of a bad inspection means your livelihood's on the line. And inadequate grading, you then get taken over by a mat and people's jobs are on the line. So, look, I know the new head of Ofsted is sort of saying the right things. He's far more qualified than his predecessor because, he's worked in a school. And he's saying the right things so far.
The Newsagents. This is a Global Player original podcast.